If you want to front run a massive Hedera move, now might be the time to do it. And I'm explaining you exactly why in this video. We'll take a look at the chart. Take a look at some potential bullish catalysts. And of course, the big summit happening just 2 days from the time of recording, Wednesday, March 5th. Are we going to see Hedera get invited? Now, although they haven't been on the list of confirmed or unconfirmed guests that have been invited, it is still a list that is growing. We're seeing new iterations of it. Could we see names like Mance Harmon or Lehman Bard on that list of White House attendees for the crypto summit? And what would that mean? Will Hedera be mentioned specifically as maybe the government working with them and also a potential big catalyst? And why the Grayscale ETF is going to be different than the Bitcoin and the Ethereum ETF, and why that is a major bonus and potential catalyst for Hedera. So like the video and let's get started. The markets have enjoyed Hedera. As you can see on CoinMarketCap, the top gainers over the last 7 days. Number 4 is HBAR, only bested by Cardano, Grass, and Bitcoin Cash. Now, there's a lot of speculation about Hedera. Are they going to be included in the strategic reserve? They're a made in the USA crypto. The price has just been bullish and positive. We take a look here on the chart. Now, a couple of key things here on the Hedera chart. One is the previous day high, which is at 24.752 cents. At least in these shorter time frames, this has been a key level as Hedera has gotten rejected off this level, claimed this level, broke out, and then came back on a retest and had a rally from around 24.78 cents to a wick high of 26.57 cents. And that is where price is currently consolidating. We're actually seeing a potential breakout as I am doing the show now of this big bull flag pattern. We're seeing a breakout to the upside. Now, the measured move here for this breakout, if it follows, would be riding up to around 27.7 cents, which we saw some resistance. Now, again, this is on the 2-hour chart, but Hedera is showing strength on the smaller time frames. If you look at the higher time frames, we got a breakout of this key trend line here, which was all the way down to around 19.7 cents, which coincided with our value area that we identified of picking Hedera up if you're looking to either add to your position or to open a new position if you've been sidelined. This was a key area. Will we get a retest of this area? Maybe. If we do, not financial advice, but this would be the pristine area of support accumulation to get into Hedera. Now, there's a few big catalysts. Here's one of them. You take a look at top public chains by 7-day TVL growth. This is according to Chain Broker. And number 1 in percentage value terms is HBAR, gaining 27.5% in overall TVL, followed by the second biggest, which was Cardano at 17.5 cents. We know Cardano and Hedera have been working together. Charles and Dr. Lehman Bard, they've been spending time together, potentially working on becoming more interconnected with the ecosystems of both Cardano and Hedera. Where is that going to go? Excited to see that. You also had this big piece of news, which now I know a lot of people are jaded by what we saw with the Bitcoin ETF, with the Ethereum ETF, but I'm going to tell you why this one is different from those two ETFs. Grayscale has officially filed for a spot HBAR ETF as the SEC reviews multiple altcoin proposals. Now, with the Bitcoin ETF, we saw a massive run-up, and then price started chopping sideways. We started seeing massive amounts of outflows from the likes of Grayscale. With Ethereum, we saw a big run up on the rumor that it was going to get approved. And then it's really just been trending down as we've seen, again, massive amounts of outflows from the Grayscale ETF. Now, why? When Grayscale got approved to swap from their trust to their spot ETF, there was already, for Bitcoin, over $30 billion of funds that was already there that just got swapped into a spot ETF. For Ethereum, that number was $9 billion. So the problem lied in that Grayscale did not want to reduce their fee from 2.5% down to what the rest of the market competitors were doing, which was closer to 0.25%. So you saw a lot of outflows, people selling the ETF because they're not paying 2.5% when they can literally pay cheaper or just take the profit because the discount NAV zone was so widened, around 50%. Now, I went to the Grayscale website, and there is not a single HBAR trust Feel free to check for yourself, grayscale.com. Go to investment solutions and crypto products. You will not see an HBAR trust. What does that mean? That means there is not going to be a fund that is already in place that will get converted into a spot ETF, meaning they have to go out and buy the spot Hedera. There is nothing already there. It all has to be fresh capital deployed to buy the HBAR token. And with the governing council in place and the connections that Hedera has, this could be a potential best launch for an ETF, including one from we saw with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and with the other ones that are in the pipeline. So these catalysts could send Hedera back up to that 80 cent to $1 level. We're excited to see how price action plays out. If you are too, you like Hedera, we have an entire Hedera playlist for you to check out. Also, come watch our live show Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you next one.